ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ Guru Arjan Sahib in Guru Granth Sahib has a Shabad where he shares his experience, and in his sharing he reveals that the spring season is there. The month of Chet and Vaisakhi are there, and they have become joyful and blissful months because Chet is the starting of Sikh New Year in the Barama compositions and bodies in Guru Granth Sahib, and Vaisakhi in Sikh paradigm becomes the month of commitments, where we are renewing ourselves to particular next commitments. And Guru Arjan Sahib is saying that this physical environment is beautiful, and it's become joyful because what is happening with it? Because he says, Har Jio, that my reverential, the one I revere, the one who provides light to me, the one who eliminates my fears, one who's all-pervasive, that adorable, endearing, reverential entity called Hari has become my Naho. Naho is someone who's your spouse, someone who owns you in a relationship sense, someone who we are intimately involved with. He says, I have discovered that when I have met that, when I feel the presence of my spouse with me. And then what has happened because of that presence? He says, because of that presence, tan, mana, my mind, my body, and my breaths, sas, jio, oh dearest. So he's speaking to himself, and he's saying that everything within me is blossoming, molya. So in this relationship of blossoming, which is intimately connected to a divine experience, in fact, it's not a divine experience in the way we are used to in a just spiritual sense. It's in a very intimate sense. It's personal. That everything in this season, in these months, because Chet is the starting of Sikh New Year, and Vaisakhi is the time to renew our commitments, everything within me is blossoming. It's Vaisakh 1 in 2024, but in Nanak Shahi year, it's 556. And this is also the 40th anniversary of 1984. We are here at PAMA in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. We are also commemorating Sikh Heritage Month throughout Canada, but globally, Sikhs are commemorating and celebrating Vaisakhi. Because what happened during Vaisakhi for Sikhs is that in the project in Punjab, what happened in Punjab was that the trainings of Guru Nanak Sahib to Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj and every Guru in between, including when Guru Har Gobind Sahib establishes Akal Takht, all of that is happening in 239 years. People of Punjab and people of Inspura, people of South Asia, people from Sri Lanka to Saudi Arabia are committing to this world. That's Vaisakhi for Sikhs. As we are commemorating this year, we are looking at the state of the Panth. The state of the Panth is that we are again looking at, is there a blossoming within? If there is no blossoming within, can there be blossoming in the Panth? So how do we commemorate 1984 is part of the conversation. How do we bring back the Akal Takht, whose sovereignty we work towards, including during Sikh empires and in non-Sikh empires, we're continuing struggling to bring back that sovereignty such that the Panth can become the force for good, an independent Akal Takht. We have 5 Takhts within the Indian confines right now. 3 are in Punjab, 1 in Maharashtra, 1 in Bihar. How do we make them the seat of political authority for the Sikhs? How do we make Akal Takhts the seat of political authority for the Sikhs? These are the conversations we need to re-engage in. This is what 1984 was politically about, which every Sikh felt. In our revival of understanding 1984 narratives, our revival of recommitting ourselves on Vaisakhis, traditionally we used to get together on Vaisakhi and say, what will we accomplish by the Diwali of the year? So it's about a 6-month process. So the question for all of us must be, in the spaces we are in, whether we are in cultural spaces, historical spaces, community development spaces, human rights, civil rights, education, whatever field we might be in, the world is looking at that what will happen to the new next world order. While keeping that in mind, the Sikhs need to be looking at, what is my divine connection to the One, with the Har Jio? Out of that connection, how am I going to make Panth-ki-jit the priority for the next 6 months? Everything else needs to wait. It really does need to wait. Even in Ardas, we are reminded, when first there is Panth-ki-jit, only then Nanak Naam Chaddi Kala Tere Pade Sarpada Phala. When we identify with the idea of Naam, which Guru Nanak provided to us, the culture of Naam, out of that we create Chaddi Kalas, which are becoming the themes this year for Sikh Heritage Month. But the Chaddi Kala is born out of Naam. And out of that Chaddi Kala, which is born out of Naam, we may become the benefactors for the humanity. And that's Sarpada Phala. So let's ask ourselves two questions for ourselves and for the Panth. Am I blossoming from within? Am I blossoming from within, meaning is my mind blossoming, my body blossoming, my every breath is blossoming? And if so, is the Panth blossoming? If not, what do I commit to strengthen the Panth, to bring back the takats, the seats of political authority back to the Sikh fold, starting with Sri Akal Takht Sahib. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.